Hello all. I just thought we'd go through iSpec Advanced at the stage it's getting close to release. What you're viewing is what your inspector will see on a pretty normal Windows tablet. It's a lightweight, dedicated application, and the installation should take less than 20 seconds, even on a slow tablet. Once installed, we will log in as we can log in using the button. Once the data is synchronized, of course, usernames and passwords could be used. So we will log in, and what we're looking at now is the one of two main screens on the inspection software. On the left is a navigation tree. Users come in and they can pick a floor and a room to inspect, or they can collapse the tree down, pick a building, and then expand its floors. The general approach is to make things as easy as possible for users to navigate and press buttons on a touch screen. Excuse me, my cat's pest is getting all over me here. Anyway, other features are a panel that tells the user kind of a running record of what's being done. And let's say I pick from the tree, I pick this room to inspect. Notice the inspection button gets active. The room that's to be inspected is mentioned up here. Edit settings is as simple as setting up the location of the remote database and the folder where the tablet stores pictures. Let's see. We can also, once we've selected a room, view room info, type info. This is showing us all the tasks and their frequencies on up to 8 shifts. So let's. We also have a target acquired icon, and the template, because I picked an office here, automatically selected. This is a customizable configuration option. But the user is free to pick any other templates that happen to be in the group. So I'm not sure why stuff's not showing. I'll have to fix that. But anyway, I think there's some issues with the grouping. Moving on, we go to inspect, and notice that items are set up in groups. So for instance, blinds and curtains have just one item. Something like furniture and equipment have many items, and this is all completely customizable as to what items there are in each template, what the scoring range, 0 to 5, 0 to 100. In 0 to 5 range, we suggest 20%. This is all automatic for the user. And weighting right now is even between all the items, but it can be configured differently depending on user needs. So, to make things easy enough to use, we have a couple of features. First, we can just go and fail an item. And that sets it to 0%, or pass one. But normally, an inspector might walk around the room and look around for the problem areas. For instance, say he notices that the drain's not working. So he fails that, and he notices the light's out, and he fails that. The other ways to score, and this is, remember, this is on a touch screen, so if he touches the score panel, he gets a little pop-up. Let me go back and forth to it. So let's say he wants to score it at 60%, or say 67%. Boom, he's done. Tap, tap. The other way to score is, notice this is a 0 to 5 scoring scheme with 20% increments suggested. And he can click this score button here and pick a score. So he picks 2, it's 40%. The threshold was set to 3 as a passing score of 60%. He could set it to that if he wishes. If numerical input was required, there would be a place to put that. For instance, if an inspection item is amperage on a circuit or ATP test score. Alright, so we close that. Now what's happening is as soon as I close, it's automatically recorded, and it is removed from this list. And the reason is that by default I'm showing just uninspected items. I can show all, I can show inspected, and you'll see what was inspected and what the scores are, and they can be changed. But going back now, I'm thinking typical user behavior will be to look around and see what's not working. Let's say the fixture's leaking, so he fails that. And he can put in comments if he wishes. There's some default comments, and they can be set individually by item or group if needed. So anyway, once he finishes inspecting or determining what needs to be repaired, typically he'll want to just skip all the rest and maybe just pass the remaining. The current score is shown, overall status is shown, and now we're ready to return. So we can go back. A few other options. More info shows and change the employee attached. All these things are not filling up for some reason. I'm not. There they are. Took a minute to refresh. Work assignments shown. This is test data, so it's just default unassigned work assignments. There actually are assigned. A couple of other things. We can configure the core application to just be in inspection mode and working and thinking about pricing, but in inspection mode, obviously it's not square foot dependent, so we can we're free to price to the market. So core plus 1, 2, 3, 4 device, whatever licenses are needed, at a lower cost than what one might see in if they had to purchase by the square foot. And this is just a license option, so if they ever want to upgrade, they can with just a simple change in the licensing on the internet. Beyond that, what happens is if it's in standalone inspection mode, the calculation engine is turned off, and the entire product can be used in other ways. For instance, HR, the space inventory, the new Excel automation to bring the space inventory in is all active and functioning. As you can see, the inspection software is dependent on a space inventory and room classification of some sort. Although it doesn't have to be. It could all be set up with generic rooms with one task set to daily. It doesn't matter because the calculations are irrelevant to the inspection anyway. So that's a brief introduction. I'll be getting into training and more details on pricing and release pretty shortly. Thank you for listening.